Good morning and hope you all have been well. So this is going to be a little bit of a different kind of video than what I normally would make. As you can see by the title, this is going to be a channel update video. This is the very first channel update video that I've done on the channel. I know I've done updates within different Let's Play videos and whatnot, but again, this is the first time that I'm doing a video like this. I'm going to take this in one go. I don't want to redo anything or re-say anything. I hope to say the majority of what I want to say within this video, but we will see what happens. I also want to say that if you don't really care about the channel too much, you don't really have to watch this, but if you do somewhat care about the channel, it would be greatly appreciated if you did check this out, but of course it is totally up to you. So for the channel update, I really want to go about it in sections. So the first part is I really want to get into the main point for a moment and then talk about why I've decided to make certain changes and whatnot. And then for the next thing, I want to get into each and every Let's Play and talk about my plans for them going forward. And then the fourth thing, getting into I guess like future stuff, and then the final thing, just concluding everything. So yeah, I hope to keep everything within 10 to 15 minutes. No promises there because I know I am known to ramble, but I don't want to take up too much time here. So let's get into the main point. So I've had a realization yesterday by a certain comment that I will get into soon, that I really need to downsize the channel and I really need to take a step back from making videos. I've realized that doing 3 to 4 Let's Plays at a time is way too much for me, and also most likely way too much for viewers, and I really want to correct this mistake. And moving forward, I really want to see how it goes overall. I feel like most likely it is the right thing to do, and I believe it's going to be a more healthy thing for the channel, myself, and for possible viewers checking out different Let's Plays in the future. So yeah, so before I get into my plans on downsizing and the different Let's Play kind of stuff, let me get into why I have decided to do this change. So, like I brought up a few moments ago, I've had a realization. Yesterday, I got a very interesting comment, and they had a lot of really good advice, and overall was a very eye-opening comment is how I will word it. I'm super grateful, by the way, to everybody that has commented some positive and encouraging messages, comments, however you want to word it. It always surprises me, as I've said multiple times, that there are people that actually do watch the Let's Plays, tutorials, etc., etc., and I don't know, comment, like, dislike, and we're also close to like 500 subs. Again, it surprises me, but I'm forever grateful and thankful for what you guys have done, and again, just thank you. So, getting back on topic though, let me get more specifically with the one comment. I don't want to name them just in case they don't want to be named, but they know who they are if they somehow see this. But they brought up a really good point, a few good points actually, that I'll get into one by one. The first thing that I noticed was that there's no need to force yourself into doing so many different things. And I've always liked to think of myself as an overthinker. I've always been an overthinker since I was a child. And I understand overthinking is a blessing and a curse, and I have experienced both multiple times. But again, that's just how I've always been, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. But during that moment, the gears in my head stopped turning. Everything paused, and it reminded me on things that I have said in the past, that with work, life going on, I should downsize. I shouldn't be doing 3 to 4 Let's Plays at a time, and I should be sticking to 2, maybe 3 Let's Plays at the most. And they honestly kind of gave me a slap in the face and opened my eyes for a moment, because I've said all that in the past, yet I never acted upon it. I never tried to transition into downsizing. And again, it was just something that I needed to hear and say, or hear and see, sorry, not say. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to say thanks for that. Another thing they brought up that, I guess made me like realize some certain things with what I was doing was oh, what was it? I'm trying to think. Give me a moment. That's right. I went back to their comment. They brought up a whole thing reminding me that, that it's your channel and that it's a fun thing for you, and try not to do too many things and burn out and not really be motivated with, doing something that you enjoy. And it reminded me during, I think, Intense Mode No Items and the Amori era, I think that was like a few years ago. There was definitely a time period during that era that I really felt burnt out. Now, am I saying that I'm burnt out now? No, not really. It's more so I'm just more busy with, the job that I got going on and other in real life stuff that I don't really need to say and get into. But yeah, it just honestly made me kind of like realize I'm falling down the same rabbit hole again, that probably at some given point you're just gonna get burnt out again. So you should really consider what's best for you and maybe downsize. And of course, I'm not trying to like sit here and say, by the way, that recording and doing this is super hard, it takes so much effort and all that kind of stuff. With where I'm at, all it is time consuming. That's all it is. And I don't mind giving it time. I enjoy doing what I do here. As I said before, multiple times, it's a fun thing for me. Now, of course, for people that are more popular and more so at the top of YouTube, yeah, the amount of hours and work and all that go into that, it's a boatload of work that goes into all of that. But again, with where I'm at, it's not necessarily that it's hard, it's just time consuming. And I believe it's something that they brought up before, especially since, it's a part-time thing. You're not trying to treat this as like a full-time thing. Why do 4 Let's Plays? Why do 3 Let's Plays? Why? And not only that, they brought up a really interesting point that I never even thought of. And that is what makes me very happy and excited to talk to people that have different perspectives. I have always been a heavy disagreeer with people that want to surround themselves with yes men. I always love being around people that may disagree with me or may see something that I'm not seeing. They have a different perspective. It's always fun and healthy and good to see that. And they brought up a good point that with 4 different Let's Plays or 3 different Let's Plays going on, it's hard for me to get invested in all of it. And it reminded me that people that may check out the videos, maybe in school, college, maybe you guys got work going on as well. I don't know what's happening in your guys' life. I don't know. But it made me realize, yeah, for the average person, I mean, even talking about me, would I keep up with 3 to 4 different Let's Plays? No, probably not. Now, like, do I watch stuff? Yeah, absolutely. But 3 to 4 different videos from one person in particular is a lot. So it really opened my eyes on that whole perspective as well. So I guess to like conclude everything, I just wanted to say thanks to them for really making me, open up my eyes for a moment, and it's honestly something that I needed to see and hear, and I very much appreciate the constructive criticism is how I'm going to word it. There might be a better way to word it, but that's how I'm going to word it, and I think most people get the point. But again, thank you for that. So moving forward, what I want to do is talk about each Let's Play that's going on the channel and how I plan to transition into 2 Let's Plays at a time. And I'm going to try to get to 2 Let's Plays. That's the goal, and I feel like 2 is more than plenty. I don't want to just do 1 Let's Play. I like to keep it at 2, but I want to stick to no more than 2. I don't want to do maybe 3. 2 I think is the right amount, and we'll see how it goes from then on. But anyways, let me go through each Let's Play and talk about my plans with them. So let's talk about Rejuvenation, the elephant in the room, the most popular and the most large Let's Play out of any that I've played on the channel. So what I want to do is wrap up the Xenogene movie quest and get that series wrapped up, the main series that we started during V12. December 29th is when I plan to get into the brand new V13.5 set mode, no items Let's Play. That is going to be the new Let's Play that checks out all of the new stuff within V13.5. I have no intentions of delaying or discontinuing that series, but what I want to do is set a date for it, get the one series wrapped up, and then get into that on December 29th. The next series that I want to bring up is Night in the Woods, our non-Pokemon related game. So with that series, I believe I'm at the mid, maybe endish game area, something like that. I'm not too certain on that, but what I want to do is get that done and completed. But when that is done and completed, we are not going to get into a new Let's Play of a game that's not Pokemon related. We're not going to get into an RPG, 2D, story rich, or a horror kind of game. When that's said and done, I'm going to stop doing that for the time being. Pokemon Zeta. I believe we're still at the beginning game of Pokemon Zeta. I want to continue that and see that to the end, but once we wrap up Pokemon Zeta, we will transition into a non-Pokemon related game, and then at that point, it should be Pokemon Rejuvenation and a non-related Pokemon game, and then that will be the future from then on, sticking to the 2 Let's Plays at a time. And then when Rejuve's done, we'll get into a new Pokemon series, whether it's official game or a fan-made game. And then for the non-related Pokemon game, we'll continue that onwards with every new game, etc, etc. I hope that makes sense. So to kind of conclude it real quick, we'll have a Pokemon Let's Play and a non-Pokemon Let's Play, but we'll keep it at the 2. So one thing that I do want to bring up as well, guide videos and tutorial videos for Pokemon Rejuvenation. I like to technically say 2.5 Let's Plays, because I really do want to get into guide and tutorial videos for V13.5 and have its own separate playlist. I still plan to make a introduction video going over everything that I plan to do for that separate playlist. I don't want to count that as like a Let's Play, but again, it's just guides. It's a lot less time for the most part to do, sorry for that pop-up there, it's a lot less time for the most part to do those kind of videos, so I don't really want to like count those towards like the Let's Plays, but I guess to be fair, 2.5 going on. And then there is one more thing. Of course, here I go again, making the mistake, adding something else. But this one's not going to happen for a while. Pokemon Rejuvenation, boss battles, and gym leader battles on the no items set mode rules. Now, that one's going to be a bit tricky because every person is going to go about it differently and add different passwords to it, and it's really made me think on how to even go about it. I know that there is a hard mode to the game that it gives the opponent 252 IVs in every stat. I'm not against that and doing that, but the problem that I have is giving us only 0 IVs. I would be down to do like videos going over each important battle, whether it's a boss battle, gym leader battle, event battle, etc, etc, pretty much every, again, important battle. I wouldn't mind going through those with 252 IVs and all of the opponent stats, but me keep 31 IVs and at least allow me to have that. But I also think, is it best to go about it like that, or just do the hardest difficulty and do videos like that? That is a back burner idea. I still haven't really decided on that whole thing, but it's like one of those things that it's like, I don't know, I would prefer to do it the way that I want to do it, but it's kind of like, if I'm gonna make it a video, it might be more wise to do it in the most hard way possible, but specifically only make videos for the battle and to describe and go over everything that I do to win that battle. I would leave that I would leave that up to you guys. Let me know how you feel about that whole idea. That is a back burner idea, but I know for certain for the future of the channel, what I want to do is transition into 2 Let's Plays, get into the guide and tutorial videos. Maybe that idea that I brought up beforehand with the battles and all that, I just don't know how to go about it, honestly, so that's going to be a back burner idea, and that's honestly pretty much it. So to conclude everything here and now, I guess I just want to say thank you. I just want to say that, again, I'm really grateful for, you know, the experience, the fun, talking with you guys, and all of that good stuff. I'm not really good at wording these kind of things, but I'm just thankful to have a few people that do check out the videos and do, you know, have some level of care for the channel and all of that. I want to say thanks again to the one viewer that, you know, told me those few things. It really helped me kind of like realize that I need to change up a few things as well, and I very much appreciate the words that have been said by them. And moving forward, I want to try to transition into 2 Let's Plays at a time, and then at some point we'll get into the guide and tutorial videos, and then possibly get into the boss battle, gym leader battles, and stuff like that for the hardest difficulty. But again, let me know how you guys feel about password stuff and how to go about that, and give me your guys' input and opinion. So yeah, again, for the time being, it is still going to be 3 Let's Plays at a time. I don't want to cancel or discontinue everything, but I want to wrap up on a few and then just kind of transition into that overall. And again, I feel like that's gonna be what is in the best interest for the channel and myself especially, since, again, not to ramble too much, with life work and all of that kind of stuff, and me definitely failing to stick to a schedule, it's just going to be better for me overall to make this change and to transition into that, and hopefully it will be a much more better experience for you guys as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely do appreciate it. I love you guys, and I know it's not Christmas, but I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I hope you guys have a lot of fun with friends and families. So yeah, good morning. Love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Good morning.